Would you say you were shocked by Pete Carroll being hired by the Las Vegas Raiders?
Not really that shocked.
What does Nick think as a Raiders fan? Is he happy with this?
Yeah, I think he is.
So the thing,
it could be a lot worse, right? Have you seen some of the other hires?
Well, we're going to get to Liam Cohen. Don't worry. We're going to get to Liam Cohen. And then is it Brian Schottenheimer? Why am I forgetting the name? In Dallas, a guy who hadn't interviewed for a head coaching position in how many years?
I think 13.
Yeah, like 13 years. And that's the one Jerry Jones goes with instead of, which
big surprise.
A bit of a surprise. I mean, seeing as Dion's name was tossed around, right? And there was some better available names. So he goes with Brian Schottenheimer. But I like how you made your Jeff. I said to Jeff, I said, Liam Cohen. I said, look at he just doesn't look like an NFL coach. We're going to show a clip that will cement my point that this guy is. I don't know how he's going to do in Jacksonville. Jacksonville seems like a cursed franchise. But anyway, so the Raiders hired Pete Carroll, who's 73 years old. By the time like week 1 of the season, he's going to be 74. So no ageism here. Good for him. So Pete Carroll wanted to talk about how he thought it was. Sorry, we have something going on with the doors. It's very funny. Brendan Gaughan stopped in, and he's slowly going up. Now he's locked between the two doors. He's in the vacuum seal, ladies and gentlemen.
You know, Brendan Gaughan had a really good joke about artist here.
What's that?
That play at the South Point.
Okay.
I thought maybe he was thinking something about Pete Carroll kind of connecting with the South Point. That's why we love it.
Well, someone asked me, or who was asked me, said, where, it was in the montage yesterday, where will Pete Carroll be seen playing slots at 3? I said, South Point. He'll come down here, play some slots. We're pretty close. Maybe the M up the street, kind of closer to the training facility. Anyway, Pete Carroll's 73 years old. And he talked about, and I think this was really important, I think this was great for him to say to the fans, that he wants Allegiant Stadium to be more like the Raiders' house, right? Because a lot of the teams that are playing the visitors, there's more fans. Like when Pittsburgh was there was without a doubt more Steeler fans. So as he's explaining how he wants to make it more like the Raiders' home, someone screamed and interrupted him. This is funny. So here we go. Here's Pete Carroll.
Wherever our fans come from, we do want to fill our stadium up with
so he's
our guys.
talking.
I know that we have a good draw for people from out of town. There you go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Mark, settle down a little bit.
So he said Mark Davis. Good joke.
Yes,
good joke. So. Right? He's acting like it's Mark Davis. Now, here's one thing I'm going to say. This is good news for Raider fans. The fact that a 73-year-old man didn't jump or flinch at all at that, that's a good sign. It means he's focused on the job. So he had no idea who it was. He said, oh, Mark, calm down, thinking it was Mark Davis. No, it turns out it was actually an old player of his and a legend in the NFL and around Raiders. Here, it was Marshawn Lynch. Take a look at this. So this is where he finds out. Beast mode.
Oh, no, what are you doing? Were you up there the whole time? You just hiding. You ain't hear me yelling at you? No, I didn't. Was that you that yelled? Yeah. You don't yell, Raiders? Who else don't run that way?
Who else going to yell when you talking? That's like the best clip of the day. I love how they had to subtitle it because you can never understand what Marshawn Lynch is saying. Maybe he had a mouthful of Skittles. We don't know, which is the candy his mom gave him after he scored a touchdown and he ate through his NFL career. Not really the product of health, but on that notion. But it's a great hire, and that was a lot of fun. And I like the hire for Pete Carroll.
I have two things to say about this.
Go for it.
You could always understand him when he said he was only there so he didn't get fined because he said it so many times.
Yes,
so
I'm only here so I don't get fined.
And if he's not mad at him for Super Bowl 49, then we can all forgive Pete Carroll and maybe think he's going to do a good job.
I don't know if it was Matt. I think it was Matt who brought up last week. So Pete Carroll and Tom Brady, right, are working together. So I brought it. I go, wait a second. So, the first thing he says to Pete Carroll, Tom Brady says, if it's ever goal to go on the 1 or 2, run the ball. Don't pass, right? And be like, we won the Super Bowl because you're a bonehead play. But that play was the Patriots against, the Tuck rule was Patriots against Raiders, Pete Carroll versus Brady. So there's a lot of connections there. They have said that Tom Brady will be very involved in the quarterback search. So I don't know what that means, but I think Brady's going to look at the roster of all the free agents and go, well, I think I'm better than all these guys. I'm coming back. Still feel like he might play again. I really, really do. I think a lot of people, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, one of the Steelers quarterbacks, maybe be in the Raiders. You can't go with Kirk Cousins. They I don't know what they're going to do.
No.
They'll probably they're going to draft high.
There was something on TV literally yesterday that said it projected for the Raiders to get Shador still.
Yeah.
which was weird. And I don't really know how that would happen.
And what does Dion? How does Dion feel about this? Because it seems like he's already going to influence where he ends up.
Yeah.
I saw a mock draft where he goes to New York. So who knows? By the way, anytime you're online and you see a mock draft,
Yeah.
I click on it. Have to.
Yeah.
And you scroll down to your favorite team. You want to see who, whatever. And then you start reading. Then you start buying into it. So it's just silly that the day we haven't even played the Super Bowl yet, and we're talking draft.
Right.
That's how the NFL monopolizes the world. Thanks for watching that clip of Punchlines with me, Frank Nicotero. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe. We live stream the show Monday through Friday from 12 to 1 p.m. And if you want to listen to our podcast, go to your favorite podcast platform. All the details are in the description below. We'll catch you on the next one.